first shark showed up just as the sun went down. 3 Navy airmen sat crammed on a yellow rubber raft barely 4 feet wide and 8 feet long, alone in the middle of the Pacific. January 16, 1942. Their torpedo bomber was gone, already thousands of feet below. No ships, no islands, no radio. Just 3 men, 1 flimsy raft, and a gray fin carving slow, patient circles 20 yards away. 41-year-old Chief Aviation Machinist's mate Harold Dixon watched that fin and understood exactly how bad this was. 16 years in the Navy, an enlisted mechanic turned pilot, now responsible for 2 kids by comparison. 22-year-old radio man Gene Aldrich from Missouri, and 24-year-old ordnance man Tony Pastula from Ohio. Both of them were looking at him like he had a plan. A few hours earlier, it had all felt routine. At 11:30 a.m., Dixon shoved the throttle forward on his Douglas TBD Devastator and felt the old torpedo bomber leap off the deck of USS Enterprise. Mission: fly 200 miles ahead of the carrier, search for Japanese submarines, maintain radio silence, return in 3 hours. The Devastator was slow and obsolete, but reliable. It burned about 85 gallons of fuel per hour. They launched with 180 gallons. On the chalkboard, the math worked. Then the wind shifted. The aircraft began to drift. Dixon corrected, then corrected again over an ocean that looked identical in every direction. When he told Aldrich to call Enterprise, the radio gave nothing but static. Somewhere, the carrier had turned. Or they had. Either way, the invisible line back to the fleet was gone, and the fuel gauge needle was sinking. When the engine finally coughed and sagged, there was no enemy to blame, just physics. Dixon told his men to brace. He picked a line into the swell, slid the canopy back, and ditched. The impact hit like a car crash. Water exploded through the cockpit, tried to rag him down with the dying airplane. He fought free and broke the surface in a slick of fuel as the Devastator's tail rose once and vanished. In less than a minute, the aircraft was gone. 3 men in life jackets, a few scraps of debris, 1 yellow cylinder bobbing nearby, their raft. They pulled themselves onto that tiny rectangle of rubber, shaking in wet flight suits, and took stock. A little water, a few chocolate bars, some fishing line and hooks, a mirror, a pistol. No radio, no flares, no way to steer. Enterprise was now somewhere beyond a horizon they couldn't see. As darkness wrapped around them and more fins appeared just beyond the raft, Dixon understood that the Navy's manuals had brought them this far and no farther. Out here, survival would depend on 3 men, a 4 by 8 foot raft, and the hard, ugly decisions they were about to make.